So, hi, Simon. Your speaker memory video is very popular in Taiwan. We all already see your videos. So we are very excited to see you join the first Taiwan memory sport competition. But I believe this interview video audience would like to know more about you. So can you do some self-introduction?
My name is Simon born 1979 in Munich, Germany. I have studied law, had been working as a lawyer for a few years, and at the moment I mainly, travel around the world, take part in tournaments, give memory courses at companies, and also work as a freelancer in my own law firm. So I have enough time to do what I want at the moment.
Okay. So can you please explain your first contact with memory sport to us?
Yes, sure. My first contact was quite a chance contact. So I stumbled upon the website of the German club Memory XL. It is like a non-for-profit organization in Germany which organizes the regional championships. They had a very nice homepage and they had a very cool free training program which was very motivating. That's how I started.
Okay. So as your achievement is very impressive, can you share us what memory training impact on you and what does it help for your job? As you say, you are a lawyer, so it affect you for your job?
That's a very interesting question. I think the answer to the first part would be that sometimes I notice some effects after longer memory training. This is something very visual, of course. You have to visualize images. So sometimes I notice that I can visualize other things better, like when I want to draw something or simple things when I try to play chess or so. I suddenly can think about the variations better, or when I'm playing pool, I can see how the ball goes, and so this is definitely something that developed over the years. And the answer to the second part of the question, how I use it in the job, memory techniques definitely helps when you want to memorize any kind of list or stuff in sequence. So often when I have an important phone call and I want to talk about a few different topics, I will memorize the sequence and importance of those topics on a journey, like on a string of different locations, so that I will always know I want to talk about those 50 topics one by one. And if the person I am talking to suddenly jumps to topic 7 or 8 or 9, I won't be confused, because I will simply know, okay, I still have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and so on and so on. And a very interesting story, perhaps, if we might have a minute for it. A very interesting time when I used memory techniques to achieve something was this year in the US, some days before the Extreme Memory Tournament in San Diego. I had booked a room in a hotel which still called itself a golf resort. So simply saying that they also had a golf course. I like to play golf very much, so this was important to me. And when I arrived there, they told me that they had closed down the golf course a few weeks before without telling anybody. So basically I was paying the high fees for rooms in a golf resort, but it was simply a very small area without anything. I even had a fairway view room, and that wasn't even a fairway anymore. So there were a number of points that I wanted to tell to the hotel manager, and I was a bit upset because you pay more for it and you don't get what you've paid for, and I needed the relaxation too for the tournament. So I suddenly noticed when I simply go to the hotel manager, I most probably will not be able to remember all of my 10 or 12 arguments, and I considered every one of those arguments is very important. So I simply made myself a new journey in the hotel area with 15 different locations. And I structured my arguments in a certain order, like starting with the second most important and finishing with the most important argument. And I also memorized the 3 things that I want to have. And I went there, and I simply had the inner freedom to talk completely independently of notes or something, and I could look the guy in the eye and talk to him for 5 minutes in a very precise way, in a very convincing way. And when I was finished, he was a bit speechless, because he thought, okay, perhaps it's a customer and he's an experience and I found about, but I didn't. And he was simply asking, okay, what do you want now? And I was telling him, close, precise, and he was thinking for perhaps 5 seconds, and he said, Mr. Reinhardt, I think that's doable. And that's where I was really starting to calm down and say, okay, I get what I want, and well, okay, I can have a nice preparation for the tournament. So that's where memory techniques really helped me. It was really important.
Yeah, so it's a very interesting story. Yeah. Okay, so during these competitions, Taiwan competitors are still need to train more. As you know, our score is far away from you. So could you be so kind to share your training program and what skill do you use for memory?
I think all of us are using the same basic techniques, of course, that you use images and you put those images on a certain location. I mean, this is nothing new. I think the most important training advice that I can give to anybody is, do not stay in your own comfort zone. If you, for instance, can memorize a deck of cards in 3 minutes, then do not try to be more and more accurate, but simply push yourself. Try to memorize it in 2.5 minutes or even in 2 minutes, even if you feel that it's much too fast. Because what will happen? In the first few tries, you will have many gaps. But after a while, and very quickly, your brain will accommodate to the new speed. And after a while, the new speed will seem normal to you. And then you will see that with the same speed, also your accuracy will increase. And after a while, your accuracy will be on the same level as before, but you will be much faster. So always try to train a bit out of your comfort zone. And this is something that I have told a number of people, and I always got the feedback that this really helped them.
Okay, thank you for your share. So maybe I will try later. So as you have many experience for the international memory sport competitions, and do you have any suggestions for Taiwan memory sport competition?
I can say as a conclusion to this tournament that I like this tournament very much. So I like the venue very much. I think it had a great arbitring team. Results were coming quickly, so I think it was a great competition. What I can say is, I had already mentioned this tournament in the USA, which has a bit of a different format. It is not everyone sitting at their own table and memorizing, but it was more like duels, one against the other. So this might be a very interesting thing, and perhaps the organizer of this tournament might contact Mr. Nelson Dallas, who is the organizer of the tournament in the USA. So perhaps it would be possible to have a similar kind of tournament here. Very cool thing. Digital tournament. Each are sitting at their own laptop, and the audience can watch on big screens during the memorization and during the recall. And the results are upgraded immediately. So it is very interesting, and perhaps it might be a possibility for next year to have a traditional tournament like this, and also one of the new tournaments, because this might be a way to make one of these sports more famous here.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for your time. So,
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Okay. 大家报。